The defending champions San Pedro Tigersharks got to as close as 4 points in the third quarter, but the defenders managed to regain their composure in the quarter and now holding on to a 12 points lead going into the fourth and final quarter.
Third chance opportunity for the Tigersharks. Can they score? They've been able to score each of the last 2 times they had third chance opportunities. Make that 3 in a row.
Francis Arana with the teardrop.
Defenders up to slow it down. Not a good shot. Here come the Sharks. Sharks recover. Winston Pratt bumps past the Jihad right. Nigel Jones crashing his body to the floor to get the ball. Here comes the Daily Show.
On the floor for the Tigersharks, we have Jihad Wright, Winston Pratt, Elvis Oliveira, Martavius Adams, and Francis Arana.
For Laureano, not a good pass, turns it over.
For the Digi, Belize defenders, we have Luther Page, Ty Bradley, Devin Daly, Nigel Jones, and Farron Laureano.
Spin move. What a hook shot there, or an offhand shot rather. And Jihad Wright not happy. Had some words just a while ago. Martavius Adams, second chance opportunity. No good. Third chance opportunity. Can they score 4 in a row on third chance opportunities? No good on that occasion.
Devin Daly with the defensive rebound.
Defenders not doing a good job in boxing out in the second half. And Tigersharks trying to speed up the game, gives it right back.
And we have a fight on the floor between Martavius Adams and Ty Bradley.
Security needs to make sure that the fans stay in the stands. Good restraint there by the defenders' bench. Keep them. And Jenkins and Redon, and they just need to sit down exactly because you can get suspended.
Luther Page should not be there as he's not.
And Jacob Leslie.
Well, he's the manager.
Yeah, but he
manager.
should not leave the bench. You know, as you see Miss Palm, Coach Poppy Leslie, Assistant Coach Poppy Leslie. It's a family affair trying to get the sibling under control.
And again, we'll have to wait and see how this will play out. And maybe we can take a look at the replay to see who threw the first punch, because punch was thrown between Martavius Adams and Ty Bradley.
You know, it's just basketball when, you know, the smaller player trying to get physical with the bigger player. Martavius Adams just trying to establish himself that he is the big diesel of the NEBL, trying to fight for our respect. But Ty Bradley is doing what Ty Bradley should do.
Well, yeah. You can see Ty Bradley putting the elbow in the back of Martavius Adams.
Yeah, that was definitely intentional. But as I said, that's just a smaller player trying to get under the big diesel skin.
And well, that was a punch by Ty Bradley.
Yeah, he should be
ejected out of the ball game. The swing, I'm not too sure if the swing is considered a punch.
Well, it is an attempted punch, and
so let's see how this will play out.
It could be offsetting technicals because Martavius Adams did throw an arm as well, so it could be offsetting technicals. But because of the punch that was thrown at Adams, even though it didn't connect, that should warrant an ejection.
But again,
for Bradley.
Again, the league will need to take a look at this tape, and Ty Bradley could be suspended for a couple of games.
I will not be surprised if a suspension comes Ty Bradley's way as well. And you know, him being one of the veteran leaders and one of the veteran voices on this defenders team, he has to do a better job in setting the example for the younger players.
Well, clearly we saw where he initiated the elbow to the back of Martavius Adams, which Martavius wasn't happy with.
Yeah.
And then Martavius put his hand in the face of Ty Bradley. Ty Bradley shoot the punch towards the face of Martavius Adams, and I'm doing this like I'm doing boxing commentating right here.
We're getting ready.
And then Martavius Adams with the swing, with the right hand swing, and
the big dosser.
this is where we are at.
Yeah, we're getting ready for Fury versus Wilder, and these guys.
And Coach Matthew Smiling need to leave it up to the officials for them to make their decision. I think we have competent officials on the court officiating this game that can come up with the right, the right decision.
And we have to say kudos to the to both benches for showing as much restraint as they possibly can in this situation. We've seen things get out of control in past games. Good job to the police officers as well.
Remember, the ruling states just leaving the bench.
Yes.
That player should be dealt with.
Yeah.
And we saw Luther Page for sure coming off the bench.
Yes.
He wasn't on the floor in the initial.
If you stand up, is it considered leaving?
No, standing up is not considered leaving the bench.
Okay.
But once you cross the out of bound line,
yes. Okay.
Okay. That is when the ruling comes into play, leaving the bench area. So. As we have a delay in the game, as we see now, it seems that assistant coach Darwin Leslie has been ejected. And I am not sure if the ruling required to the coaching staff, because then the coaching staff, they become the policeman.
Yeah.
Trying to stop whatever.
I don't believe it applies to
it could have been something that he might have said to a player or an official, as Francis Arana makes 1 out of 2 from the free throw line. And we see Martavius Adams, he's still in the ball game, but I want to see if Jihad Wright is not on the floor.
Can the Tigersharks use this as fuel to get back into this ball game? And this game is going to get physical, ladies and gentlemen. Has the Big Diesel. The Big Diesel makes it now an 11-point deficit. Can the Sharks?
That's 3 quick points by the Hurricane, by the defending champion.
Sorry, it's now a 9-point game. Sorry. Devin Daly, definitely built for the physicality. Jumper, corner jumper is good from Luther Page, and it's back up to an 11-point game.
Luther Page feeling it tonight for the defenders.
DSP, Luther Page.
And a foul was called against the Tigersharks. Well, no, we see
trying to check things out.
82-71. The defenders lead here in the 4th and final quarter. 7:21 to go in the quarter. I should say in the half.
Step back 3. Boom! The Daily Show extends the lead now to 14 points. Quick jumper answers there by Francis Arana. Trying to keep his team in it. Down 12 at the 7-minute mark.
Still a lot of time in the ball game. Nigel Jones for 3, no good. And a foul call on the Tigersharks.
Going to be ball on the side to the defenders. Tigersharks still hanging around this one with a ton of time. Defender is just relentless tonight, bringing the physicality to the Tigersharks as they extend the lead back up to 14.
Farron Laureano off the offensive glass with the putback.
Francis Serrano.
Clearly an offensive foul as we see Martavius Adams just losing focus in the ball game.
He's calling Kurt Chinger Burgess. And Martavius Adams does not like, I think it was a substitution. It is indeed a substitution. And is that Adams falling out?
Let me see Martavius Adams. No, that's just his second personal foul.
I guess it's just good substitution.
Yeah, Coach Black just not happy with the play. There was no need for him to push. I think it was Farron Laureano or Luther Page. There was no sense for him to do that. And an unsportsmanlike foul called on Martavius Adams.
You know, first year of existence for the defenders. You know, they were the 4th seed, I believe, eliminating the number 1 seeded Tigersharks. You know, these two have a rivalry spanning over the last 2 to 3 years. So definitely, you know, they have played in high stakes basketball, and they know what this game means as the defenders are in poised position to become the number 1 seeded team in the NEBL unless the San Pedro Tigersharks can overcome this 15-point deficit in the last 6 minutes and 19 seconds.
The foul will be called on Elvis Oliveira as Farron Laureano will be at the free throw line. San Pedro over the limit. Losing their composure here in the second half. First free throw no good. Tonight, NEBL action on TNC is being brought to you by Universal Hardware. One more free throw to go for Farron Laureano. And he makes good on his second free throw.
Kurt Chinger Burgess. Can Francis Serrano. Francis Serrano with the jumper. One shot. They're going back to that old basketball that they were playing in the first half that got them down 20 points. Luther Page
and Farron Laureano keeping the ball alive for the defenders. Finding Luther Page with the touch, foul, going to the free throw line. And the game is slowly slipping away from the defending champion. Elvis Oliveira with the foul. First free throw good. Luther Page, the American import for the defenders, having a very good game tonight with 17 points to go along with 5 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 personal fouls in the ballgame as he makes good on both free throw.
Francis Serrano. It's not good basketball being played by the Tigersharks in this building. Hard foul. Gerard Wright goes to the line.
And Gerard Wright going at it with Nigel Jones, not happy with the hard foul. Well, we see assistant coach Darwin Leslie, so he wasn't ejected out of the ball game. As we have a timeout on the floor, what we'll do, we'll take a break and then we'll be back for the next 5 minutes and 40 seconds. We'll be back.